Happy bloody brew day to everybody out there. Yes, we are brewing for the first time in 4 weeks, maybe a month, yeah. So we're doing a Vienna lager today, okay? So, first things first. You see the style guides, the BJCP style guides, the Vienna lager starts at like 5%, something like that, but I don't want a 5% beer. What I want is 4.3 to 4.5, something nice and light that I can drink during the summer months. It is the day of our Lord, 9th of June at the minute. So this is going to be ready at the end of the month, and I don't want anything too heavy. So I've actually put the style as American style amber light lager, whatever the hell that is, don't know, but it has the word amber in it and it has the word light in it, so that will do. But it is a Vienna lager, as you'll tell by the grain bill, okay? So the recipe was this: 3 kilos of Vienna malt. I had a 3 kilo pack of Vienna malt, and that's it, all in one go. That's basically the reason for it. 800 grams of Pilsner malt, Pilsen. We got 200 grams of Chateau wheat and 50 grams of amber. So that amber malt is in just to give it a little touch of the biscuit flavour, maybe enhance the Vienna a little bit. But I've only put 50 grams in because I don't want too much. Maybe if I do this again, I can increase it, but we'll start off low because we don't want it to be completely biscuity. And it is a lager after all, not a bitter. So yeah, so there was already one crisis has been averted this morning. So I had actually made the recipe last night, just before I was weighing out. And that was the recipe, okay, but then at the last minute, I decided to put in some wheat to try and build the body a little bit. So I cut the Pilsen malt down to 500 grams and added the wheat in. And then I weighed it out, and I completely forgot that I'd done it down, and I just automatically put in. When I'm getting the grains, I use like a little saucepan. You would boil an egg in. And I use that because I know that it's like 400 grams, a level. It's in around 400 grams. And I remember putting 2 scoops in. So even though I changed the recipe, I'd completely forgot myself. So I didn't actually realise this until I was mashing it in there this morning. Didn't take any footage of it, which is a shame because something actually happened for once. There's the mash out finished. So let's be quick. Is that going to just go off the whole time as I'm talking? God's sake. Hold on. So rude. So rude. Grandfather. Okay. And I've got to open the app. Come on, app. Wake up. There it is. Dismiss. Thank you. Okay, so where were we? So yeah, I was thinking this is very thick, this mash, as I was doing it, and it was, because I mean you could literally have stewed the whisk up straight. That's how thick it was getting by the time it ended. So I had to do a recalculation, and then I remembered that. And I was thinking, I had a look at the recipe, and obviously as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh my god, I'd put 800 grams in. So then I had to put another litre of water in or so, just out of the kettle from the cup of coffee I had that morning. And I brought it up another litre and a bit. So it looked a lot better, and we'll tell by the pre-boil anyway if anything happened. But yeah, so let us go and do the mash out then before that thing starts nagging at me again. Come on, we'll do it now. So it's not always the way. You skip recording the mash and something actually happens. Let's throw that there. So yeah, I didn't do a video as well too because this place was a tip. Because yeah, I have not brewed for like a month because I've been out doing like garden stuff and around the house and just getting us summer ready, and the place was basically it. Doing a lot of painting the fence, also painted the garage door. I'll show you that in a bit when we get this started. It's not quite going to plan. Much like most things that I do. Doesn't quite go to plan, but you know, It's all about having the fun and making the mistakes and doing what, you know, isn't it? He says. Okay, so the recalculation was it's like 13.5 litres to 14 litres of sparge water now. So it says in Brewfather the aim is to get up to 29.5 litres. We'll see, I don't know. That's okay. Let's get it on. Turn that down. I've gone with a mix of big holes and small holes this time. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so the garage door then. So it hasn't been painted since, I've already painted it once I think, which was like whenever it was built, like so maybe 11, 12 years ago, whatever it was. And it was painted like dark brown, it's a metal door. Okay, it's painted dark brown because that's what the kind of garage was. But I can't really get the exact shade of brown. So the previous one was more like that, and then the one I bought, which was chestnut, it ended up really kind of this colour here, even lighter than that. So I basically had to mix some like black paint, like black hammerite, in with it. Now with hindsight, I probably should have just painted this. They're all coming over now. I think they're gonna get something, not just yet. So yeah, I had to mix it with black hammerite to darken it down, and yeah, it's not good. It's like burnt orange or dark rust. Let's call it dark rust. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It doesn't look very chestnut, right? Which is what I thought. So have another look at the paint. Had another look at the paint, which is this stuff here. Dulux Weather Shield, and look, not even. It's bloody hazelnut truffle it says. It's not chestnut at all, or conquer I think it might have been called. So the question is then, is that the wrong colour in that paint, or did I even buy the wrong colour? Maybe the both of them are true. But that is not brown, that is more kind of a red mahogany type of colour, closer to that. So, I don't know. So yeah, there's another example of incompetence. Just not checking stuff. I'm sure I bought chestnut though. I'm sure I bought chestnut. Until like about 5 minutes ago when I checked that tin, I was like, ooh. Okay, we have achieved a boil. This rolling boil. Oh, by the way, it was like 29 litres as well too we ended up with, so half a litre short. That's Hallertau Traditional. That's the end of those. 60 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes to go. Then we have, look at the steam coming off that. Go out, go out. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, 15 minutes to go. There is a half a protofloc going in. At this point I'm also putting in some yeast neutral mix tablets. These are big white tablets, half a tablet for every 20 litres. That one's for Finn as well too, I should say. Dedicated to you. Okay, this is Sladak hops. Don't ask me what Sladak are. Find them in the freezer. I don't know. I think they're Czech hops. I'm not really sure when I bought them or anything, but that's what we're using. 15 minutes left then. Okay, there we go. That is it. So, what have we got? 1040 is that? 1039? Something like that. I think the original recipe was 1042, so we'll not end it too badly there. I think after the whole mess up at the start. So, in terms of the yeast, going to be the cross made of hell. We think this is something like 34.70. It's just repackaged. 10 grams. I buy the big packets now, so 10 grams for every 20-ish litres, whatever it is. So, that's it there. Look at the colour on that. Do you see that? Now, obviously it'll be darker because there's more volume, but yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? So yeah, can't wait to try this. Hopefully it'll be everything I want. We'll find out in a matter of seconds. There it is. There's our finished beer. Now it's only been in the keg 3 weeks now, so it's not really had time to lager. It is nice and clear though. I find that the secret to having clear beers, get lots of clear beers now that I use the pressure fermenter, and the reason for that is because I've got a dip tube now and it's pulling from the top, not from the bottom. Whereas before it was like with the taps, all the taps are always at the bottom for obvious reasons, and you're pulling through all the crap. With the dip tube though, and I've got the little magnet as well too, so I can move the kind of the top of the tube to anywhere I like, as far down as I want, so I can avoid all the crud. So don't get the crap in there in the first place, and you get nice clear beers, like so. Excellent. So this is our Vienna. So it finished out at 1008. So that is 4.2%, I believe, which is bang on what we want, wasn't it? So yeah, it's only been in the keg 3 weeks, as I say. It's not really had time to lager properly, but it's not going to get time to lager properly. The summer is here. I think the summer has been and gone. It's now the height of whatever the hell this is, formerly known as summer. Okay. On the nose, there's there's just a malt character really. I'm not really getting too much by way of hops. Maybe if I'm looking for it, but really it's just malt. Nice. It's rich without being super melanoidin-y, you know, that type of thing. I used to use lots of melanoidin, and then I got sickened a bit, if I'm being completely honest, because it just got too much. That is just a nice balance between the two. So there was the Vienna malt in there, and then we put a bit of biscuit malt in there as well too, just a little bit, just to try and give it a bit more of a bready kind of character. That's a nice level. Okay, it's a lager. I'm not really going to get much of it. Headwise, not much, but you know what is there is kind of sticking to the glass. Okay, obviously we'll try it when we're a bit further down. I'm in the harp glass as well too, so proper lager glass. Nice and cold. Good. Carbonation could do with it being turned up a little bit. I think I might do that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. That is really nice. That is really good. Yeah, the carbonation could definitely do with being turned up a little bit. It's less than it's about sitting about 9 psi there. I think we can maybe creep it up to maybe 10 or 11 and see what way we get it. But God, that's good. So it's like it's basically it. Yeah, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like a bloody Vienna lager. It tastes like a classic Vienna lager, okay? So what is a Vienna lager then? So I think lagers, for me, lagers come in different. Obviously, there's many different styles of lagers, but really, we're talking your normal lager, which is your light coloured lager. There's the Vienna lager, and then there's all the other ones that come along. Now, obviously, there's more than that, but in my head, that's the way it works. So you got your light, normal lagers. This, and then at the other end of the scale is like anything with Munich, Oktoberfest, all that kind of stuff is a way off, and this is kind of bang in the middle. This is the best of both worlds. And the good thing about lager, I don't drink lots of lager in it, to be fair, is that on a hot day, it's nice and refreshing. It's cold, it slips down, no problem at all. Like a nice Italian lager, that type of thing. That there, wow. It has more flavour, okay? It has more of that melanoidin character that I was talking about earlier on, but not so much as to like ruin the beer. I say ruin the beer, but you know what I mean. It not too much to like. I could drink that all night. Me personally, the kind of more Oktoberfest stuff, I don't think I can drink them all night because I'll be sick of it. I will never get sick of that. Perfect for my tastes. That is absolutely perfect. It's a light body, but it doesn't feel. It feels a little bit more than light. Light to medium, going toward medium, but still light. Maybe the carbonation has something to do with it. Maybe it being a bit lower than what it should be. It makes it feel more full, if that makes sense. And then the taste is that beautiful biscuity malt. There's a little spicy note from the hops, so it was the Sladak hops. I meant to check that up to see what they were, but I obviously didn't. Okay, I'll write it along the bottom so you can see for yourself. They have definitely got a little spicy character to it. So it tastes more like Saaz or something like that, rather than kind of, you know, the kind of lemony, flowery type of, you know, floral hop that you would get with like the Hallertau's type stuff. I know there is Hallertau in this. But yeah. So I don't know what the difference is between Hallertau traditional, Hallertau metal free. There's so many different Hallertau's. I'm not quite clued up on them all, but that is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. There is a tiny little bitter note to it. Just enough. It's kind of perfect. I mean, that is exactly what a commercial Vienna lager would taste like to me. Obviously, I think I said in the brewing video about the whole thing, I changed the recipe because BJCP said it started at 5%. Vienna lager should start at 5%. I don't want to drink 5% beer because we're sitting here in the middle of summer when it's 13 degrees outside. Here, I tell you what, I was just back from holiday yesterday, and I went from basically being high 20s Celsius to when I got off the plane and it was like raining and it was 13 degrees, and it's like I could have cried. I could have cried on the tarmac as I was getting out of that plane in shorts. So yeah, I'm gonna drink my summer beer, okay? Let's not go. I don't want to start waffling, so yeah, I'm absolutely loving this beer. I mean, it's just perfect. It's everything I want. So it's only gonna get better with age. I'm definitely brewing this. I'm definitely gonna put this onto the brew list to brew more regular. So yeah, I think this is probably better for me, for my taste. I prefer to brew this than brew like a Czech pills or something like that. I think it just tastes better, tastes fuller. There it goes. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Cheers.